right now on Jamaica News Page tonight. Bad news for Jamaica.
What I am showing you, and you're seeing it yourself, and I trust your judgment, we need to do whatever we need to do, all areas of Jamaica, to prepare for hurricane and major hurricane impacts, right? We have to do that right now, and we have to help each other out.
As Tropical Storm Melissa reforms in the Caribbean Sea, we have the latest track and potential impact. Plus, bracing for the worst. Tonight, residents in Mountain View are stacking sandbags and preparing to evacuate as the storm inches closer to home.
I'm worried. I just feel like a rain. We start fret because a lot of time I go to church and the rain fall and we start fret.
Also tonight, Minister Daryl Vaz speaks out after JPS warns customers to brace for higher electricity bills. Stick around to hear what the minister has to say. And new tonight.
We are on the hunting for Jaden. We are on the searching for Jaden today. We want justice and we need justice, and justice we have to get today.
The urgent search for missing Manchester High student Jaden Smith, now in its 4th week as a worried community, demands answers. Jamaica News Page tonight is powered by viewers like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay informed. Thank you for subscribing. Jamaica News Page tonight starts right now. We begin with a weather alert. Tropical Storm Melissa continues to threaten Jamaica, with the island remaining under both a tropical storm warning and a hurricane watch. According to the National Hurricane Center's 8 p.m. advisory, the storm's center was located about 190 miles southeast of Kingston, or roughly 225 miles southwest of Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Melissa is moving slowly north at just 2 miles per hour, with maximum sustained winds near 65 miles per hour. While the system has shown little change in strength this evening, forecasters warn that rapid intensification is likely over the next 24 to 48 hours.
As we work our way into tomorrow and get around the Kingston area, of course, over toward the Bay, things are really going to start to pick up deeper into the day and tomorrow night. Meanwhile, western sections, you get over toward Negril, for example, maybe not a whole lot yet. I think with what I'm seeing at this point, this would shoot in basically directly across Jamaica.
Officials are urging residents to complete all storm preparations, especially in low-lying and flood-prone areas. Small craft operators are also being warned to remain in safe harbor as seas continue to deteriorate. Tropical Storm Melissa remains a serious and strengthening threat to Jamaica. Residents of Burger Gully in Mountain View, St. Andrew spent Friday stacking sandbags along the gully in hopes of preventing flooding.
Flood out the whole of place. I want to a brand new queen size mattress.
Yeah, I'm worried. I just feel like a rain. We start fret because a lot of time I go to church and the rain fall and we start fret. So one day the Gully will come down and it will come over. Yesterday make 26 years since my house did wash away. Take away the Gully did bust up there, sir, and take away with 2 hours so we never get nothing.
The residents say they're ready to evacuate to a nearby shelter if conditions worsen.
Preparing to go over. We're not going to school.
If necessary, you'll go to the shelter.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, as Jamaica braces for Tropical Storm Melissa, residents of Seaview Gardens in Kingston 11 are calling on the National Works Agency, NWA, to urgently clean the sandy gully.
It's pretty awful right now. It harbors so many different insects and smells. They don't clean it, just leave it and we just like we're the dump. They treat us like we're actual part of the dump. So I just want to have a plan in action to see how often they should clean it, and it should continue, not something that they said 1 month and done.
It want to take care of more. For them thing they have a rat, mosquito and them thing they on the people, them man.
On Wednesday, NWA contractors were seen removing silt near the bridge along Spanish Town Road.
The work we're doing is in the vicinity of the Sandy Gully bridges at Spanish Town Road, and we're seeking to remove silt from the channel in order to facilitate the easier flow of the storm waters that we expect associating with the heavy rainfall.
Tonight, the Ministry of Health is advising the public to stock up on essential medications in preparation for the storm.
A general advice to the public to stock up on their medications as much as possible and at least a week's supply. And if you have not done so already, then certainly should move ahead to ensure you finish our supply that you have at home And if there's an order for vaccination, wherever you go, you take them. We sort of pharmacies are open to allow for persons to have access to replenish their medication, whether it's in the public system or otherwise, and so they can ensure that they have at least sufficient supply in case they have issues in terms of roadways, etc.
Dr. Dawkins Wright says people in need of medical support can be aided by community health workers and nearby health facilities.
We do have our community health workers, our community health aides who know persons who may need additional support. So generally speaking, that's the first point of contact. And in situations like these, our community health aides will reach out to those shut-ins or persons who need a little bit more assistance and do regular checks on them. And if necessary, we do the necessary support to connect them to care if it becomes necessary. If they do have to reach out again, like I said, it is that the community health aides would not have reached out to them or their family members. They can in fact reach out to their local facilities that's closest to them or the hospital in their parish.
We're just getting started on Jamaica News Page tonight. Here's what's ahead. Prime Minister Andrew Holness moves to crack down on price gouging amid a rush on essential supplies.
Guys, this is bread shelf in a shop. Today. No bread. Yo, I bread alone Jamaica no. Good. Biscuit them full. Bread empty.
Plus, Energy Minister Daryl Vaz responds after the Jamaica Public Service warns customers to brace for higher electricity bills. What's being done to protect consumers this time around? And later,
we are on the hunting for Jaden. We are on the searching for Jaden today. We want justice and we need justice, and justice we have to get today.
The urgent search for missing Manchester High student Jaden Smith, now in its 4th week as a worried community, demands answers. Jamaica News Page tonight is powered by viewers like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay informed. Thank you for subscribing. Now back to the news. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green says farmers undertaking major harvesting activities should contact their local RADA offices for help storing harvested crops.
So farmers who are listening, if you are reaping and you having a challenge in relation to storage or in relation to selling those into a marketplace, please contact your RADA office, your RADA parish office, and we will help you move that.
Minister Green says they're also reaching out to private sector partners for assistance.
We have, for example, reached out to our processors and said in the case of peppers that, listen, some of our farmers are going to be forced to reap their peppers early. We want you to make provisions to take these peppers. And thankfully the response thus far has been good, because ultimately, on the flip side, our agro-processors also need the inventory so that in the case that we have a massive wipeout, that they do have stock. So yes, RADA and the ministry teams have been working with where we do have the capacity and where the private sector does have storage or processing capacity to make those connections with farmers.
Meanwhile, Minister Green says the ministry has institutionalized mechanisms in a move to ensure recovery in the sector can be quick following a natural disaster.
Most of the farmers now will be making their early preparations, but have been planting out to be able to catch the Christmas season. And that's a big season for agriculture, big season for farmers' profitability. So it's at a bad time. However, we have institutionalized a sort of response mechanism. So our disaster management teams meet from January and we send out our advisors, but we also put things in place. So we try to now have on store things like seeds in essential items, so our vegetable lines. We try to ensure that we always have some on store so that in the event of any sort of disaster, we can rapidly respond by getting back out there and saying to the farmers, all right, here is some support. Let's see how quickly we can get back out into the field.
Essential items like bread have been flying off store shelves tonight as Jamaicans brace for Tropical Storm Melissa.
A Jamaican earball storm in Jamaica. When are these much bread? Where are bread under?
Guys, this is bread shelf in a shop. Today. No bread. Yo, I bread alone Jamaica no man. Good. Biscuit them full. Bread empty.
Amid the nationwide rush, the government is moving to crack down on price gouging.
We will take one other measure, which is under the Trade Act, to prevent any price gouging that might take place. The Minister of Health guided you properly to say stick with, healthy foods that won't perish as a result of lack of refrigeration. And he did mention sardines and water crackers. But I saw a picture recently of shelves in our supermarket and all the bread is gone. People are taking precautions, stocking up on food. But it leads to a very important point that as these products become scarce, there may be persons tempted to raise their prices. And we will not have that during a disaster. And therefore, the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce will shortly sign an order to this effect to prevent price gouging.
The Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, is warning customers to expect possible increases in electricity bills following the passage of Tropical Storm Melissa.
In full transparency, I will say some of the potential pressures that a bill has is based on the change in the fuel mix that we have during storms. I just got a report a while ago that the floating storage regasification unit, that's the unit that supplies our liquefied natural gas, due to the threats and the adverse weather conditions, they're going to go ahead and demobilize. What does that mean? We're no longer going to have access to liquefied natural gas at some of our facilities and unavailability of a particular unit that's only able to burn liquefied natural gas that's controlled by the independent power producers. So what that means for us then is units that are able to burn the alternate diesel oil, those units will burn alternate diesel oil. The reality is that's a more pricey commodity than liquefied natural gas, so that could potentially have upward pressures on the bill.
Meanwhile, Energy Minister Daryl Vaz is seeking to reassure the public that any potential increase in electricity bills will be clearly communicated and properly managed.
What I want to assure the public is that you will not get a Nicodemus bill as we got last year. If there's going to be, it will be better communicated and better managed, and also the customers will be taken into consideration in terms of ability to pay and what period will it be spread over rather than just one lump sum. If that such arises, these discussions with the OUR and myself and the ministry prior to any action taken. So I want to reassure the public.
Scores of residents, many dressed in black, took to the streets of Mandeville on Friday, demanding answers about the disappearance of 12-year-old Manchester schoolboy Jaden Smith.
We are on the hunting for Jaden. We are on the searching for Jaden today. We want justice, and we need justice, and justice we have to get today.
Jaden was reported missing exactly 1 month ago, after leaving school on September 26th. Despite the large-scale effort around Jaden's family home and nearby areas, no trace of him was found. Prior to that, staff and students from Manchester High joined police, firefighters, and relatives in combing sections of Perth Road and Wesley Road in Mandeville. Jaden's story has now captured the attention of an entire nation, and we're united in one hope: to find him safe. Jaden is described as having a dark complexion, slim-built, about 5 feet tall, and was last seen dressed in his khaki uniform and brown shoes. If you have any information about Jaden Smith's whereabouts, you're urged to contact the Alligator Pond Police at 8762-243-113, Police Hotline 119, or the nearest police station. That's it for Jamaica News Page tonight, powered by viewers like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay informed. Thank you for watching and subscribing. We'll see you in the comments, and be sure to join us again for more news. Be safe.